Hello and welcome to another guide on Fishing Clash. Again, as a result of some of the comments that I've seen in the comment section, today's video is going to be about the skill tree. And just to say thank you for posting the comment. Happy to provide as many explainers as people would like to see. So if there's anything in particular you'd like me to do a video on, please post more comments. So the skill tree, if you go into your gear section on the far left, you can see where the little red 6 is. And then at the top right near the red X is a tab called skills. So this is essentially the skill tree. So what I'll do is I'll talk a little bit about what the skill tree is, and then I'll run through how many tokens are required and the benefits of spending those tokens for each of the different sides of the tree and the different things that are within the tree. And then I'll talk a little bit about the strategy that I employ when I'm playing the game using the skill tree. So the skill tree is really there. It offers you skill upgrades to help you catch more valuable fish faster. And each fishery has its own skill tree. And you can upgrade a desired skill within the skill tree using skill tokens. And these tokens can be acquired in multiple different ways. For example, you can pick them up in events. You can pick them up from packs. You can even pick them up in the shop, and I'll show you how to do that a little bit later on as well. So the skill tree is one of 4 sort of main components used in the game to help enable you to catch larger fish, the others being rods, lures, and licenses. And at the very top of the skill tree, you'll see you've got up here you've got coins, and then you can go down either the right hand side or the left hand side, and you've got the option to basically upgrade different skills. So coins at the very top, when you sort of fully upgrade that particular skill, or every time you upgrade that particular skill, what that does is it increases the amount of coins that you receive each time you catch a fish at this fishery. So that's made up of 5 segments. In order to achieve the first segment, you've got to spend 5 tokens, and you'll get 2.5% increase in coins for every fish that you catch at this fishery as a result. Second segment, it costs you 15 tokens, you'll get 5%. The third will cost you 30 tokens, you'll get 10%. The full 45 tokens and you'll get 15%, and then the maximum you can get is 25%, and that will cost you 60 tokens, and that will max out this particular skill. So that's 155 tokens in total to max the coin skill in every single skill tree. So the same token values and percentages apply at every fishery for this particular skill in this skill tree. So moving down the right hand side, the first category that we come to here is the heavier fish common. So this is a weight perk. So essentially you'll get a percentage benefit to the weight of all the common fish that you catch for every single segment of this particular skill that you upgrade in the skill tree. So the first segment, it's 10 tokens to complete the first segment. You'll get 0.5% added to your weight perk. The second segment is 30 tokens, you'll get 1.5%. And then you can see on the right, to maximise this skill will cost you 90 tokens, and you'll get an additional 3% added to your weight of all the fish that you catch that are common fish at this fishery. Moving on to the individual fish themselves, there's 5 segments within each of these fish. The first segment costs you 5 tokens, you'll get 0.2% added to the weight bonus for this fish. The second segment, you can see on screen, 10 tokens, you'll get 0.5% added to the weight bonus for this particular fish. The third segment, 1.2%, and that will cost you 30 tokens. And then the fourth segment, that was 2%, and that will cost you 50 tokens. And then finally, to max out this fish, it will cost you 100 tokens, and that's 3%. So that's 195 tokens in total for each one of the common fish that you're looking to max. And again, that total applies to all fisheries. So in order to max out a particular common fish, you'll need to spend 195 tokens. So you'll get, if you max out this fish, you'll get a 3% weight increase for every one of these fish that you catch. And if you've maxed out the common category as well, you'll get an additional 3% for that common fish that you catch as well. So just moving down to the rare fish category. So again, for the whole sort of rare fish collection, you've got 3 segments. 0.5% is 15 tokens, and that's the first segment. The second segment, 1.5%, 45 tokens, and the third segment, the full 3%, is 135 tokens to get to the full 3%. So that's 195 tokens in total. For each of these rare fish, again, 5 segments. But it's interesting, as you go up the grades, the tokens required to hit each segment increase. So the first segment here, 0.2%, and that will cost you 10 tokens. The second segment is 0.5%, that will cost you 20 tokens. Third segment, 1.2%, that will cost you 40 tokens. Fourth is 2%, and that will cost you 80 tokens. And then the fifth is the full 3% benefit, and that will cost you 160 tokens. So 310 tokens in total to maximise each of these rare fish. For the epic category, it's 20 tokens for the first segment, again 0.5% is the benefit that you'll get. 60 tokens for the second segment, and the benefit you'll get is 1.5%. And then if you look to the right hand side of the screen, you can see for me to upgrade this to maximise the epic here, it's 180 tokens, that's how much the skill costs, and I'll get a full 3% benefit for every epic fish I catch at this particular fishery. The epic fish themselves, to get the full 3% for each of these, again 5 segments. First segment will cost you 15 tokens, second segment will cost you 30 tokens, the third segment will cost you 60 tokens, the fourth segment will cost you 120 tokens, and the fifth segment will cost you 240 tokens. So to maximise each epic fish in the game, you have to have 465 tokens. Mythical fish, again, first segment 30 tokens, 0.5%. Second segment 1.5%, 90 tokens. And then, as you can see on screen, 270 tokens for the full 3%. 270% would be nice though. And then each mythical fish, again, 5 segments to this. First segment 20 tokens, second segment 40 tokens, third segment 80 tokens, fourth segment 160 tokens, fifth segment 320 tokens. So for each mythical fish, to complete each one, you need 620 tokens to get the full 3%. Legendary fish, first segment on the category as a whole is 40 tokens, second segment 120 tokens, third segment 360 tokens, and then for each of the mythical fish themselves, 25 tokens first segment, 50 tokens second segment, 100 tokens third segment, 200 tokens for fourth segment, and then 400 tokens for the full 3%. So that's 775 tokens you need to maximise each mythical fish, and for the category itself you need 520 tokens. So you can see there's quite a lot of tokens required to get down and to complete the weight pups for each of these categories. I'll move on to the left hand side, and then I'll come to the competition bonus right at the very end. So moving down the left hand side, well actually what I will say, thinking on it first, is to complete the right hand side it's 1,495 tokens, and that's just to complete these main categories. So that's quite a lot of tokens that you need at each fishery just to complete the main categories, and that's without then completing each one of these fish. So the left hand side, so we start with luck. So this improves your chances of catching bigger fish. There's 5 segments to this. To complete the first segment, you need 5 tokens, and that's 2.5% added to your luck. 15 tokens for the second segment, and you get 5%. 30 tokens for the third segment, and you get 10%. 60 tokens for the fourth segment, and you get 15%. And then you can see on screen 25%, that costs you 120 tokens to get the full 25% added to your luck. And that's 230 tokens in total to maximise the luck skill. Now I believe luck, like the sonar, corresponds to your rod license. So if you look under your rod license, you'll see that you've got luck there, increases the chance of catching a bigger fish up to 50%. So I think that additional luck gets added onto that. And I'm not entirely sure whether with luck, if you've got 25% luck here and you get a further 25% luck, that means you maximise the 50%. Or if you've already got 50% here and you get an additional 25%, that's 75% luck. I'm not sure. If anyone knows that, please comment in the comment section and let us know. I do know, however, for sonar, if you've got if you've got sonar, so let me go to, where are we? We'll go to Backhill here. So for example here, if I go to my rods, you'll see for my Amari sleeper, so I've got 90% sonar there, and under my skills I've got an extra 15% sonar bonus. So the two combined actually mean when I catch that fish, and I'll show you an example now, when I catch that fish, I get 100% sonar on that fish. So if I just equip this fish here, equip my sonar. So what sonar means is you can see what the point score is for the fish, and 100% means I'm going to hit that 3844 score on the far right, the highest score. So when I catch this fish, my score is going to be 3844. And even though my rod license sonar is only showing 90, which usually means you might not get the full score, you can see here 3844, I get the full benefit of the sonar. So I'll just show you that again. So on the far right, 4365. If I catch that fish, the score will be 4365. Here we go, 4365 coming up. There you go, 4365. So back into my skills. So each of these segments for the sonar, the first segment will cost you 10 tokens, 2.5% added to your sonar. The second segment, 20 tokens, 5% added to your sonar. The third segment, 40 tokens, 10% added to your sonar. The fourth is 80 tokens and you get 15%. And then finally, as you can see on screen, to get to 25%, the full 25% requires 160 tokens. So 310 tokens in total to complete the sonar skill in each one of the fisheries. And if you do get the 25% and you've got a rod that's showing a sonar as shown here of 80%, then again that basically means that you've got 100% sonar bonus that you can use when you're catching your fish, and you should always catch whatever the highest score is when you're using your sonar and actually trying to obtain that fish. So just moving down to the two lightning bolts. So the first one increases your chances of getting an instant catch at the fishery. So just to show you what that is, if I go to the med here, equip. So an instant catch, if I just cast, you'll see in the bottom right a little icon will pop up saying instant catch, and if I press use, I'll just straight away catch that fish without having to do this exercise of reeling in the fish. So I'll have to go through and just do this for now. So that particular skill basically increases your chances of getting instant catches, and why that's useful, is because the next skill on the far left actually gives you a higher amount of instant catches that you can hold. So you can see again, if I cast here in the bottom right, I've got use 1 out of 5. So I've got the option to hold up to 5 instant catches, which means I can then cast and then use that and catch, cast, use that and catch a number of times, 5 times in total. And so when you're playing things like Grand Tournament and Duels and things like that, that can be a really handy laid in order to enable you to catch quite a few fish in a short space of time. So these can be quite useful in the game to help you win. So the first segment for this will cost you 10 tokens. You'll get 0.5% bonus. 20 tokens for the second segment, 1%, 40 tokens for the third segment, 2%, and then 80 tokens for the fourth segment, and that will get you 4%. So 150 tokens in total to maximize this particular skill. And to get the higher limit, 15 tokens will get you the first segment, which is an added 1. 30 tokens will get you the second segment, which is an added 2 slots. And then 60 tokens will get you the third segment, which is 3 slots. And then 120 tokens will get you the maximum 4+4 that you see on screen. So 225 tokens in total, but that will give you the ability to hold up to 5 instant catches, like I've just described. So just moving down to the little fireball icon. So this is the chance of achieving a maximum combination. So again, if I just cast here at the top of the screen, what you'll see is my combo bar. So that we're in the box in the far right, you'll see 25% increase in combo going all the way up to 100%. So if you keep the line tension in that box, you'll get 100% combo. And what that basically means is it means you'll get an extra 5% added to your point score for that fish. So you get 5% extra for keeping the combo at 100%. So what that skill does here, this chance for maximize combo, it basically aids you in getting that combo. So you'll get a little fire icon sometimes pop up above that combo bar, and it basically just locks in that 100%. So it makes it really difficult for you to go above or below and actually get less than 100%. So again, it's just trying to ensure that you get the full benefit of that 5% from that combo bar. There's 3 segments here. The first segment will increase your chances by 2%, it costs you 10 tokens. Second segment will increase your chances by 5%, it costs you 30 tokens. And the third segment will increase your chances by 9%, it costs you 90 tokens. So to complete this skill, it's 130 tokens. Moving to the left, this particular skill here basically adds on a percentage to that 5%. So when you maximize this skill, you can actually take that percent from 5% for 100% combo to 6%. So there's 5 segments here. So your first segment will get you an extra 0.1%, and that will cost you 20 tokens. The second segment will get you The second segment will get you 0.2%, it will cost you 40 tokens. The third segment will get you 0.4%, it will cost you 80 tokens. The fourth will get you 0.6, cost you 160 tokens. And then the fifth will get you that full 1%, so you can maximize your combo. So it'll be 6% for 100% combination, and that'll be 320 tokens to maximize that out. So to complete this skill, it's 620 tokens. And like I say, it takes your combo from being 5% for getting that 100% at the top to 6%. So moving down to the tokens skill. So this basically increases the amount of tokens that you receive when you open tokens in a pack or you get given tokens by a percentage amount. So the first segment will give you an extra 2% of tokens, and that will cost you 50 tokens to actually get. The second segment will give you an extra 6%, and that will cost you 150 tokens to get. And then the third, you'll get 12% tokens for every pack that you open, extra tokens for every pack that you open, and that will be 300 tokens to get that, as you can see on screen here. So to maximize that skill is 600 tokens in total. But if I was to get a pack, if I had that 12% bonus and I was to get a pack of 10 tokens, it would get me an extra token. So I'd actually end up having 11 tokens rather than 10. So if you was to get sort of 50, 60 tokens, it actually can be quite useful because it starts to just add on, a token at a time. And what I'll come back to in a minute, because I've actually calculated how much it costs to maximise all skills at the Cape Town fishery, you can see where that 12% could really actually have quite a large impact overall. So right at the very bottom, the final skill to show is the competition bonus. So this increases the weight of the fish you catch in all competition modes. This is quite expensive to complete this one. So for the first segment, you'll get an additional 1% bonus. It'll cost you 150 tokens. For the second segment, you'll get 2.5% additional bonus, it will cost you 300 tokens. And then to max this, you have to spend 600 tokens to get the full 6%. So that's 1,050 tokens in total to fully max this particular bonus at the bottom in every fishery. So it's quite a lot of tokens to complete that. So if I just go to Cape Town a second, because that's one that I've actually completed. So you can see here at Cape Town, I've maximised all skills within the skill tree. Now, to complete just the right-hand side of this skill tree, I've calculated that it cost me 10,805 tokens. To complete the left-hand side of the skill tree, 2,265 tokens. It cost me 155 tokens to complete the coins, and it cost me, like I say, 1,050 tokens to complete the competition bonus at the bottom. So in total, to complete this fishery, to complete the skill tree, it cost me 14,275 tokens in total. So you can see where that 12% bonus that you get here for tokens, if I'd got that quite early on in the process, that would actually have quite a big impact in me being able to complete this fishery a little bit sooner. So something to factor in when you're thinking about your strategy and your approach to using the skill tree. So in terms of the strategy that I employ when I use the skill tree, if we go here, this is a brand new fishery that's just opened up today. So my approach will always be to literally run down the right hand side as much as possible. I'll start opening up that. I'll go all the way down to my legendary fish and then start working on my competition bonus. And I'll go all the way down the right hand side. I might, depending on the licenses and rods that I get, I might start opening up some of the weight benefits for some of these fish on the right. Then I'll quite quickly move on to trying to complete the luck and the sonar, again subject to what I've got on my rod licenses. And then I'll start to work my way down, try to get down to the tokens as quickly as possible, because again, like I say, when you maximize when you're trying to sort of maximize the fishery, the skills in the fishery, having the tokens actually do make you get there quite a lot quicker. In terms of the ways in which I try and get more tokens, if I'm trying to fish at a particular fishery and I've saved up some coins, you can actually spend some of your coins to buy tokens. So if it's a fishery that I'm focusing on, I'm trying to work hard to complete, I will actually try and save up coins and use coins to buy as many tokens as possible. And especially if it's an event, you're normally able to buy tokens on a couple of the days in the event, and you can get up to, I think it's like over 100 tokens per day. So that's quite a good way of helping get those tokens up and trying to close the fishery out quite quickly. So I hope that guide was useful. If there's any questions or anything else you'd like to know more about, please comment in the box below. And thank you again for taking the time to watch this video. And yeah, happy fishing everyone. Cheers.